there, Retro Games fans. This is NEC from Piece of 8-Bit. This week on The Bit Between, to coincide with the Winter Olympics in Milano Cortina, I am taking a short break from the Sega Saturn and heading to the slopes with Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. First things first, can we just talk about that title for a second? Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. As you can tell, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Why is winter so awkwardly wedged into the middle? Surely it should be Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. Well, it sounds smoother, more official, somewhat less like someone rearranged the words 5 minutes before printing the box art. Anyway, grammatical gymnastics aside, this is still one of gaming's most surreal team-ups. We've got Nintendo's Mario and Sega's Sonic, bitter rivals in the 90s, now politely competing in curling. Very strange. Released in 2009 for the Wii and Nintendo DS and published by Sega themselves, this winter edition followed the success of the Beijing 2008 title. It's inspired by the Vancouver 2010 Olympics, the Winter Olympics, and included a full lineup of events: downhill skiing, snowboarding, speed skating, figure skating, curling, and of course the chaos that is bobsleigh. And you can choose from the combined Mario and Sonic roster. So we've got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, each obviously with their own strengths and speeds and powers and skills. And it's basically Smash Bros, but everyone's wearing thermals, right? There's a festival mode which brings it all together into a light campaign. You've got your opening ceremony and whatever, and it's across multiple disciplines. It gives the whole thing a bit more structure than just dipping in and out of the events. There's a party mode, which turns things into quick-fire multiplayer challenges, which is really good for that sort of sofa rivalry that the Wii was so famous for. And you can obviously loudly accuse your opponent of sabotaging the curling stone. Now, I won't have time to play every single event, partly to spare you and also partly to protect what remains of my coordination. I've already tested some downhill skiing with the balance board, which I've got down here. And it's surprisingly responsive, if mildly humiliating. You won't see me on camera, actually. There isn't enough room in here, and I don't need high definition evidence of myself wobbling like a newborn deer, preserved online forever. And yes, I will be doing a dream event. So dream events, they're like sort of fantasy versions of the Olympic sports, over the top arcade style reinterpretations set in kind of Mario and Sonic worlds. So instead of a realistic slope, you'll get power-ups and loop-the-loops and shortcuts, hazards, pure chaos, that kind of thing. So I'm going to have a go at the Alpine skiing, which honestly looks like Mario Kart meets Horace Goes Skiing. It's high-speed nonsense, obstacles, boosts, and about enough chaos to feel dangerously familiar. Critically then, the game was pretty well received, actually. It was praised for accessibility, it's good multiplayer fun, lots of motion controls that are solid. It went on to sell quite a few million copies across the Wii and the DS, and it made it the most popular of the Olympic series. And a commercial success all in all. It came back in 2014 for the Sochi Olympic Winter Games, but that got a much worse reception, like a bad reception. Reviewers said that it didn't have any innovation, it was thinner content, didn't make especially good use of the Wii U gamepad like so many games. And that's why I'm playing this version, really, instead of that one, which is widely regarded as the stronger winter outing. And I have to say, this already feels infinitely better than my Winter Games trauma from 1994 when I played Olympic Winter Games Lillehammer 94 on the PC. That game, it sucked. It was impossible and it was terrible in equal measure. You didn't compete, you just jabbed keys while your athletes spent most of their time with their face planted in the snow. I'm pretty sure I never actually completed an event in it, to be honest with you. I just kind of enjoyed them. So today, I'm going to be strapping into the balance board. I'm going to do a bit of downhill skiing with that. Then I'm going to attempt some curling with some dignity, hopefully. Launch into bobsleigh just with the normal controls, and then do a bit of alpine skiing as well. So let's see if Mario and Sonic can finally give my winter sports career the redemption arc it's been waiting for since 1994, I think. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. I've got, you'll see there's a mass of cables behind me. I can't emulate this game because of needing to use the Wiimotes, and it is just easier to hook the Wii up. So I've got it hooked up. It's on both screens. It's a bit of a mess in here. So it's part of the reason why I'm only going to do the balance board for the alpine skiing. I'm pretty awful at it. I'm better at doing it just on the controller, but I thought just for fun I'll do it. But it's kind of difficult to film. So I will play it and I'll do a voiceover with it as well while I'm playing it, but obviously you won't see me on camera for sparing my own blushes, I think probably is the best way of putting it. So let's get stuck in with the first event, and yeah, I'll see you in there. Okay, we're going to start nice and easily. So let's start with the bobsleigh, because that is actually quite straightforward if you're not using the balance board. It's loads of fun on the balance board because you sit down on the balance board and then you move around as though you were sitting in the bobsleigh, which is quite fun. But I was going to play this straight up as is. So we'll do the bobsleigh. As with all Wii games, a lot of motion control required. It can be quite exhausting at times. So let's just go for a random team here. So, here we go. Right, Blaze, Mario, Sonic and Peach. Let's dive in. It's quite straightforward to control this one. I won't go to the instructions, but basically you sort of push, you move your Wiimote down to go, and then you sort of shake it furiously, and I apologise for the sound effects that you're going to get while I'm doing that. And then you hop into the bobsleigh, and then it's a case of you hold the Wiimote to your chest and then move around as you go to try and get the best speed possible. Now, last time I did this, I think I came 4th. So see if I can improve on that. So you can see it tells you what to do here. Let's dive in. There'll probably be an edit required now because it's quite a slow one to load. So I'll see you in the game in just a couple of moments. Okay, here we go. So this is quite good. I actually found when I was sitting in my swivelly chair earlier, I actually found I was moving around in the chair as well as moving the nunchuck. Not the nunchuck, sorry, the Wiimote earlier when I was playing this. So here we go. Here's my team. Let's hope I can get a better start than I did last time. I had a terrible start. It's going to go 3, 2, 1, go, and then you've got to kind of move the Wiimote down. Oh, a bit late this time. So shaking the Wiimote now. Apologies, it sounds terrible because you can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Alright. So what I'm doing is kind of, well, badly, is I'm twisting the remote as I go around the corner, and I'm also moving in my chair as well for no good reason. It's quite simple to do. When I played bobsleigh games like this before, especially, I mentioned that Lillehammer game as well, I couldn't even get to the bottom of the hill. It was horrendous. I've already hit the sides quite a few times, so I'm not expecting to do very well here. I'm doing awfully, actually. It is a lot easier than I'm making it look here. Just try and get some speed up here. There we go. Boost there. Oh, that's not good. Good start, but I think I'm undermining my own. Why am I doing so badly here? 4 seconds behind the leader. Not very good. But you get the idea. It's quite easy to get the hang of. I'm not making it look easy, I'll admit, but there we go. I'm going a lot quicker now. Just twisting that. I think probably the key is just to move the Wiimote and not myself. I actually found this a little bit easier on the balance board, whereas with the skiing, I think it kind of is the other way around. Alright, where do we finish? Let's see, here we go. So that is the bobsleigh, that is it. There's not much to it more than that. Obviously, if you do the luge, that's pretty much the same sort of thing as well. Oh, I didn't do very well, everyone's crying. But loads of fun. Where did I finish this time? Oh my goodness me, I was like 8 seconds behind. Oh, 4th again. I think I'm doomed to get 4th place forever. But I really like that event. And despite not being very good at it that time there, that one's a lot of fun. It's really not too tricky at all. You're not going to get to see me standing on the podium for this one. And I can tell you straight away that's not going to happen in the Alpine skiing or the downhill skiing, which I'm going to do in a minute as well, because on the balance board it's really hard. But it is a lot of fun, and I love. I mean, this was the whole thing with the Wii, wasn't it? This introduction of a sort of physical interaction with the console, which was really, really cool. So, okay, so there you go. That is the bobsleigh, and like I said, the luge is pretty much. I think it's the luge, or it might be skeleton. I think it's luge. Is pretty much the same sort of thing, and I think with enough practice, you could get pretty good at this. You know, obviously I hit the sides a few times. I was chatting as I was going down rather than concentrating. But yeah, this one's a good one for the balance board. I enjoyed playing this a lot on the balance board. Same with the snowboarding, which we're not going to have a look at today, but if you do get this game and have a go with it, the snowboarding is quite fun on the balance board as well. So some things are easier, some things are more difficult. Let's do the next event then. So if we scroll down and go to the next event, and I will see you in there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the curling, and then I will do the not freestyle skiing, the Alpine skiing last. Oh, well, it won't be last. I'll do the Dream event last, but the last of the standard events, and we'll do the Alpine skiing. So let's have a quick go of the curling. This is a really good game to play two-player. So I played this two-player yesterday with my youngest son, and we had a great time with this. Actually, it's very similar to Wii Sports bowling. So you sort of you move the curling stone, or you sort of bowl the curling stone, if you like, throw the curling stone in the same sort of way that you would bowl, and then you have to sort of move the remote up and down to curl, and it sort of tells you on the one side. I'm just gonna do one end. Can I do one end? No, I can only do 2 or 4. Well, what we'll do is we'll do one end so you get the idea of it, because otherwise we'll be here all day. And then we'll just quit the game and do that. So let's go to event. So there will be another cut now while we wait for it to load. Okay, so this is a stand-up one. You need to stand up for this one, so I have to move my chair out of the way and get on my feet. Just so we've got a decent bowling action. Okay. So I'm not sure if we're starting. Yeah, we are. We're starting. So we've got the disadvantage in curling. It's better to go last because you get the last one. Okay, that's actually the controller that's made that noise. Now, I was trying to tee this up. You can actually use the D-pad to move your aim point around, which is a lot easier than actually trying to move the controller around. So I don't understand. I understand curling. I don't understand the tactics in curling. But yeah, we're going to give it a go. So you can see, well, you can't see, but on the right hand side there, I'm just moving the Wiimote up as in a bowling action, and that's allowing me to test it. So there we go, that's the sort of thing I want, isn't it? So let's have a go. We've got shadows going first. So press A, and then I'm just going to give it a little bowl. Oh, I've messed up. I kept doing this yesterday. You see, I haven't got enough power in this now. Maybe I meant to do that. Now, you can hear me moving the remote around. I've got to get it over that red line, otherwise it will be out. I'm going to just treat this as a guard. Please make it over. Please make it over. Just. There we go. Okay. That's my guard stone. I meant to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I was just going to try and put it in the middle. When you release it, it'll give you the opportunity as well. See, he does it perfectly, look. See, he's aiming slightly to the left there. And I assume he's going to curl it. So as you go over the line, it gives you the option of which direction you want to curl in, and then you can see they're just going to sweep, and that helps you to decide where it's going to land. And it gives you the clue on the right hand side of the UI to tell it on the screen to tell you where it's going to end up. That's my controller again. I don't even know if I can turn that off. Right, so I'm going to move over this way a bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and curl it into the middle behind that red stone. So let's give that a go. So if I do there, so that's what I want to do, that, right? When I come to actually do it, it all goes wrong. There we go, that's better. Right, do you see that arrow now? So I want to curl that in left. And then you can see I've got that sort of blue. There we go, this is it, this is perfect. There you go, I didn't even really need to do anything there, that's exactly where I wanted to put it. There we go, look at that. That's perfection, I should do this for real life. There we go now, right, let's see what they do now. So you see as I went over that sort of green line at the top there, then I lost the ability to decide what sort of angle I wanted to curl it at. So she's going to absolutely lob it down there by the looks of it, and they're going to sweep. I think, yeah, they're going to knock that red stone out of the way. That's fine, you knock yourself out, literally. Oh no, that was actually really good. Alright. Okay, I'm up again. They put my red stone out. How rude. How rude. So I might see if I can just put another one kind of down the middle there now. So we've only got 4 throws in each one. So let's see. I'm just going to try and get it right in the middle. It's probably not a good tactic, but I don't know what I'm doing, so don't judge me. Right, here we go then. So I'll just do a little test now. Okay, Oh no, that's gone wrong. Right, see there's that line, look, I'll cross it and then I'll lose the ability to change the direction after that. I'm just going to let that keep going. I don't actually need to do anything at the moment. So that's probably going to be about right. I think that's actually going to go slightly over where I wanted it to. Oh no, that's alright. No, that isn't alright. Well, it is okay. I've got 2 now. So I'm the nearest. The way curling works is that basically you get the number of points. If you've got like 2 that are nearest, and then the third one is like the Yellowstone, then you get 2 points. If you've got 1 that's nearest, and then the next nearest is Yellowstone, you get 1 point. It takes a little bit of getting used to. A lot of people are like, what the hell's going on in this game? It's actually not that hard to understand. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. They're sending that down there. That redstone's gone. Oh, that is interesting. So now they're closest. I think. Oh no, they're not. Or are they? I thought that looked like I was closer for a second then, but I don't think it is. That little green thing there tells you how close it is. Right now, I've got no choice now but to basically. I go. Oh, I'm trying to control it, so I want to go there, don't I? Really? Maybe there. Okay, let's try that. All right. They've got the last stone, so they have the advantage. Alright. Okay, here we go. Perfect. And then I want to curl it. Not that much. There we go. And then I'm going to just shake the Wiimote a little bit. Hope not to bump into my own stone, otherwise I'm in trouble. Go on. Oh, this has gone bad. This has gone bad. Or has it? Oh, who's nearest? Me, I think. I'm nearest. Unfortunately, they have the, well, it's called the hammer, so they have the last stone. So, yeah, who thought I'd be playing? I'll tell you what, I bet you didn't come on today thinking, oh, I'm going to go and watch a bit of curling on the bit between this week. Yeah, needs must. Oh, this is bad. Oh, have they missed? Have they missed? Please have missed. Oh, I think they won that. I think they won that. They did. They did. There you go. So they only got 1 point, which is usually what's expected. You know, if you're the one going last, you've got the advantage. But there you go. They took 1 from that. And there you go. That is the curling. And yeah, this is much more fun 2-player, as you can imagine. Lots and lots of fun. I really enjoy playing this 2-player. Oh, hang on. Are we not done yet? Oh, we've gone M2. Sorry, I realise what's happened here. Pay attention. Right, okay. Let's go to a different event now. Right, we're going to go and do some skiing, and I'm going to get the balance board set up. So I will see you when that is ready to go. See you in a second. Okay, so here we go then. This is the downhill on the balance board. So I've got to use the nunchuck and the Wiimote, and I'm on the balance board, so I'm basically going to crouch, and then I'm going to shift my weight left and right. It's going to be bad for my aging knees, but we're going to give it a go anyway. I'm not very good at it with the balance board, but it is a lot of fun. So let's see how we get on. Yeah, I've got a huge amount of practice at this. It is easier without the balance board, but it is more fun with the balance board, of course. Oh, there we go. Too late. Great. That was a good start. So what I needed to do there was basically shift my weight forward onto the board to get a boost. So far so good, but then it all starts to go a bit wrong like that. I can lean back, so that'll break. Oh, this isn't going very well, is it? All right, let's go. Trouble with it is very, very sensitive, so you end up turning a bit more than you plan to. And you just kind of want to just shift a little bit, but you can see on the bar at the bottom that's telling you how much weight distribution you're putting on. For some reason the braking, there we go. That's right, there we go. That's the braking. So if I lean back, it brakes. Obviously I did that for your demonstration purposes. It wasn't anything to do with the fact that I was about to miss that gate. Oh, it's quite a long event actually, this one. So a bit more around there. If I lean forward, I go faster, but I'm not sure that's necessarily a good thing. It's very amateurish at the moment. Okay, so the skiing that we're going to do in a minute on the Dream event, similar sort of thing. But I'm not going to use the balance board for that because I want to give you some kind of demonstration of what that is actually like without being completely hopeless. But it is This is why I didn't want to do it on camera. Apart from the fact I don't have room to set the camera up so you can see me doing this. I just look ridiculous. So this is one to play, as long as you don't actually mind. I don't particularly want this, you know, in the safety of people that you trust. I didn't particularly want it on social media for the rest of forever. I'll tell you what though, you get a good workout with some of these games. It was always the thing, wasn't it, with Wii Fit and all those kind of things. This is better, but unfortunately I've screwed up so badly. I'm about 35 seconds behind the lead now with all the penalties. Oh no, call that 37. It's quite satisfying when you get it right. Oh, it's quite unsatisfying when you suddenly realise you've missed another gate. I haven't done the other event, the downhill. So this is just the, I think this is the Alpine. No, is it downhill? So, oh, slalom. I haven't done the slalom, I don't think. Oh, there you go. There's also moguls as well, but I haven't tried that one yet. I've done the snowboarding. Snowboarding's loads of fun. You do the half pipe in snowboarding, and then you can do some stunts and other bits and pieces in that, which is quite fun. But it's surprisingly difficult to land them, but it is more fun with the balance board to do that 6th. Okay, is that last? I don't think that's last. Is that last? Guess we'll find out in a second. No, it's not last. I suppose that's something. Oh, I tell you what though, I recovered a bit. At one point I was 35 seconds behind the lead, and then in the end I finished a mere 26 seconds behind the lead. So, you know, small mercies. I think I finished last every other time I've played this one with the board. But there you go. When I actually played without the board, I actually finished first. So there you go. Right, okay, so one more event left to do. Oh, yes, one more event left to do. So let's go and do the dream skiing event, and then we'll wrap up and I'll tell you what I think about this. I'll see you in that event in just a moment. Okay, so here we go. This is the Dream Alpine skiing event, and already you can see that it's not the most standard with the loops in there. And I think this is what makes this a Mario and Sonic game over just a Winter Olympics game. Yes, obviously you've got all the characters in there as well, but these Dream events are quite fun, a little bit different. And as you will see, this is very Mario Kart. So we've got, you can tell this is like a Sonic world. You can see from the checker pattern there, but we've also got some Mario Kart style in power-ups, including some shells and other bits and pieces. You'll see that in a moment. And basically the gates will give us a boost, so we want to try and get through those, but it doesn't matter if we miss those, as opposed to in the sort of traditional event. So I'm going to just go now. There we go. Oh, there we are. Straight out the gate, that was good. There we go, so we've got a boost, and you can see there I've got a little power up already. Okay. Whoa, my days. Where have I gone? Cool. Alright, first. Brilliant. Alright. I don't know what that's for. I'm not sure what that was about. Don't know what that did. Okay. And I've got some Sonic rings in there as well. Yeah, those traditional Sonic ring collecting sound. On the Nintendo console, collected by Luigi. It is the true mashup. Clash of the Titans. There we go. What's that? Oh, it's one of those upside down ones. Let's pop that there. Yeah, that worked. I like that. Oh, well, we've got Eggman. Dr. Robotnik is on our tail. I like this event. I think this is fun. I think this is probably my favourite. I do love the bobsleigh. I think that's a lot of fun. But I like these Dream events. I think they're loads of fun. And like I said, I think this is what makes it a Mario and Sonic game as opposed to being just a, you know, just a Winter Olympics game with Mario and Sonic characters in it. Oh, I totally messed up there. What did I do that for? It sort of worked out in the end. Am I in? Where am I actually? Am I in first? Go. I don't know what happened there. Something happened. I sped up. Oh no. In a snowdrift. In a snowdrift. Come on! There's some moguls there. Come on, third isn't good enough. I've won this before. I should be able to win it again. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. Yes! There we go! Oh, it's Tails. I didn't even know he was... not Tails, sorry. Knuckles. I didn't even know he was racing, actually. But there you go. So I actually won something. So I finished on a high. So are we going to get a medal ceremony now? We should do. Yay! You see, it is a lot easier to do it with the controls, but it is more fun with the balance board. That much is certainly true. And I get a little replay now. I don't need to see that. I absolutely bossed that, of course. You all saw that for yourselves. Maybe that's why I like the Dream events better. Yay, award ceremony. What a nice way to finish our little playthrough of Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. I'm just going to call it that, despite the fact that's not what it's called. Just because the Olympic Winter Games just sounds mad. Yay, a first medal. Not a gold medal, a first medal. There we go. Right then. There you go. Hopefully that gave you a bit of a flavour. I am now going to go back and wrap up and let you know what I thought about the Winter Olympics, Vancouver, Mario and Sonic, Winter Game Olympic. I can't, you see, the title's mad. But I'll see you back in a second. See you there. Well, there you go. What did I think of that game? I really like it. I think it's loads of fun. It's typical of the Nintendo Wii. It's one of those games where you know, it's just great playing with other people. You've got lots of different ways of playing. So obviously you've got the balance board there, which brings a whole new sort of much more physical dynamic to it. Obviously you've got your traditional nunchuck and Wiimote as well, if you want to use those. And the games are loads of fun. You know, in the same way that Wii Sports is loads of fun with the bowling, the curling is quite fun. Never thought I'd hear myself say that in my life. Curling is quite fun. So yeah, it is loads of fun to play, and I think it looks really good for a game that is, you know, getting on a bit now. And the Wii itself is 20 years old, and we'll be talking about that later in the year as well. But I mean, this game is what, 16 years old. I think it still looks really, really good. I really enjoyed it. So obviously I couldn't show you the whole thing, but I like the fact you get quite a lot of game for your money. And if you go online and look for this, or you go to your local CEX or your local game retailer, you'll pick this up for only about £5. And I think at the moment it's great fun to play. The Winter Olympics are on. You can have a bit of a go at some of the events yourself as well, which is really, really fun. And there are lots and lots of events in there. You know, in the skiing, you've got the downhill, and you've got slalom, you've got moguls, you've got a couple of snowboarding events. Obviously, you've got your curling, you've got speed skating, figure skating, which I didn't even look at any of those. And the controls are quite robust, so it's easy to get into. It's not that hard. The balance board is harder, as I've already mentioned. The balance board is harder, but it is also a lot of fun because it just feels a little bit more authentic as a game like this can be. For me, my favourite is the Dream events. I love the Dream events. I think, you know, Mario Kart meets Winter Olympics. I mean, what's not to love about that? So I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's really good fun. It's not, you know, like, it's like a lot of these kind of sports games, these Mario and Sonic sports games. There's not a lot of depth to it. It's not, you know, it's not the sort of game you want to play if you want to get really into something. It's a pick up and play, fun sport game, and I really like it. And I couldn't, in all good conscience, give it a 5 or a 4. I think it's a 3.5. It's a really good, solid game. And if you're into Winter Olympics, you want to play a bit of a sport game, you want something a little bit different from Wii Sports, this is a really good shout. I haven't played the Sochi one. I've had a look at it online, and I've done a bit of research into it, and it doesn't look anything like as good. So if you are going to go play it, this is the one to play. I've got the Olympics ones as well. I've got the 2012 one and the Beijing one. Weird story, I have the Beijing one by accident because I went to buy this. I didn't realise I'd already got it, which was mad because I have a little library that tells me all the games I've got. So I went to buy this, absolutely in my mind I didn't think I got it. So I paid a £5 for it, got it home, put the disc in, and I was like, this doesn't look like Vancouver. And it was the Beijing 2008 game. So they've given me the wrong disc. So I've got a case with the wrong disc. So although I thought I'd ended up with 2 copies of this, I actually don't have 2 copies of this. I actually have Beijing now. So weirdly, it sort of worked out okay, if that makes any sense to anybody. But I have Beijing in the wrong box now, so I'm gonna have to see if I can go and find some cover art for it to put on the box cover. But this is all irrelevant. and you don't care, so I'll move on. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I definitely think it's worth a play, especially at the moment. If you've got a Nintendo Wii gathering dust in your loft somewhere, go and find this. It's cheap to find. I do also have Torino, which I picked up for £1. Torino 2006 on the PlayStation 2. So this is a bit more of a serious game. So I'm going to have a bit of a go with this. I probably won't do a bit between with it. It's not supposed to be very good, but we're going to give it a go anyway because it cost £1. I thought, why not? Give it a go. Never played it before. And obviously that's a slightly older game, but I think the Mario and Sonic games, the Olympic games, ones are really good as well. I think they're just good fun, pick up and play sorts of games. So go and check it out. We've got another week. How long we got left? Only a few days of the Winter Olympics left. It goes so quick, doesn't it? I've really enjoyed it. It's been great fun. So it's been lovely to get involved in this. And the kids have enjoyed playing this as well, especially my youngest son. Like I said, we enjoyed curling. What a random thing. I never thought that would happen. So what I might go do now, I have played this quite a bit. So obviously you saw the bits I played. I played this quite a bit separately as well, so I can give you kind of a good rundown of the game itself. But I think what I'm going to go and do is a festival. And then do basically an Olympics, the 2 weeks of Olympics. I think it's 17 days of events across. So it'll be basically playing all the games and seeing who wins the most medals, I would expect. I've not had a go at the festival mode in earnest yet, but there's an opening ceremony for it. So all of that's kind of fun. So I'm going to go and have a go at that. There you go. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, or as I prefer to call it, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. Anyway, all right, that is it. So coming up on the channel, I've got some exciting things coming up. Actually, I've got some. Just to give you a bit of a hint, I've got something from Nintendo coming, which I'm intrigued and excited about in equal measure. So that's coming in hopefully next week. So I might be doing a bit of a review on that. I've got some new stuff coming from Evercade. So Evercade have had a bunch of new cartridges come out. One of them I'm super excited about. In fact, all three I'm kind of excited about, actually. So I've ordered some Evercade cartridges as well. So looking forward to that. So we might have a look at those at some point. And of course, we will be rapidly running into the end of the month sooner rather than later. February is mercifully shorter than January, and it has been utterly miserable, so I'm looking forward to the end of that, which means it will be the end of the month with the Sega Saturn. So last Friday we looked at the Quickshot 2, and today obviously we're looking at a Wii game. So I will get back to playing some games on the Saturn before the month runs out. I did obviously have a look at Die Hard last week, so go check that out if that was a game you enjoyed on the PlayStation or the Saturn. PlayStation version definitely better, but I had a look at the Saturn one because that's the one I have. And I think that's it. So loads of exciting things coming up, and lots of exciting things going on. But I think that's probably about it. So if you enjoy these videos, please do hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell icon as well to make sure you get notifications if you enjoy watching my channel. Really do appreciate your support. Just leaves me to say, really, please do all take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.